And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. I do hope you're doing well. Odie is in the house.
Yeah, I couldn't remember it was Friday. You know, this whole week's messed up. I wore black.
Were you twinsies here as I look across the room?
No, we not twinsies. We just got the same color shirt.
That's right.
Did y'all wear matching pajamas?
No.
Lord have mercy. Welcome, Todd.
Good to be here.
The sheriff himself, the high sheriff. When you've been at it that long,
He said
that name
retired
sticks with you.
sheriff.
That name sticks with you forever.
Oh, yeah. The rest of your life, you will be known as sheriff. I don't care what you do, where you go.
It's a life sentence.
It's a life sentence.
Yeah.
There you go.
How's everything been?
It's great. It's great, man. Doing great.
Christmas workout? Eat too
Christmas
much?
was good. Everything was wonderful. We had a good time.
Eat
I'm
good.
like Odie, though. I done lost days.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe it's Friday.
In the whole thing yesterday, I was thinking, I almost didn't come in, but I was thinking it's Saturday because the way Christmas, it really messes your mind up there.
Yeah, it does.
And I accidentally might have missed Sheriff Ward Calhoun's press conference. I got my time mixed up there, and I didn't quite make it. And I talked to him. We got the whole story. We'll share with you what has gone on with the murder suspect in Lauderdale, Mississippi. We got all that coming up this morning. And most importantly, we want to, at this point in time, again, as I went over weather just a little bit ago, y'all pay attention. Tomorrow is going to be dangerous. Level 3. Possible strong tornadoes for our area. Today is not all of that strong for stuff like that, but tomorrow is a risk, and more risk.
Do you
as
have a
we showed.
timeline for tomorrow?
This afternoon, I'm predicting right now the worst between 3:30, 5:30. And we're going to have weather, multiple rounds of it, but afternoon should be ending around midnight is what we think. If you look at that picture there, that's the eye of this thing. And if we hit, right there, over to Demopolis, back over to Ruston, Louisiana. You've traveled through there, I'm sure, before.
Yeah.
Y'all, 70-mile-an-hour gust is what we're expecting with this. Strong storms. I don't want it to go any higher than it already is.
A little bit of rain today, rain tomorrow. Ground's going to get wet. Trees are going to get loose. That much wind, we're going to see some trees down.
And some power outages.
So
you can take down your outdoor decor today, or it can get blown away tomorrow.
That's right.
It's coming down one way or another.
Santa Claus is leaving.
We got severe thunderstorms happening right now as you look at Pearl River Resort. All of this area here at the Neshoba County Fairgrounds, and this is fastly approaching William Brothers. And it's going to be coming across the rest of Philadelphia. But that is some serious, all the way up here near Marty Stewart Land out at Arlington into Winston County. And it looks like it's getting near Lake Teocata. So if you're in those areas this morning, be careful. We don't want you getting wet.
Sharpen your power saw.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
You'll need that.
Gas and oil, keep it handy.
Anybody got a generator in here?
All right.
Usually with those power outages, we need things like that.
Where I'm at, I'm fixing to buy one.
You better.
You're probably the last one on that leg of
I am
power.
on Junction
Extension
City.
cord going to the next house.
Yeah.
It's just now Christmas Eve down there.
That'd be a mile.
Old fella said you can't get there from here.
That's the truth.
What's the longest you've ever went without power out there on the rural route?
About 8 hours.
About 8 hours.
About
That's
8
pretty
hours.
swift there. And that's discounting.
I hand it to those guys. They take care of us out there.
They
EMPA, they're pretty quick, and they take care of us.
So y'all be ready for that. And again, another thing that has to be talked about. Do not, when this weather moves in tomorrow, do not stay in a room where there's a big tree that overhangs a room that you're in.
That's right.
It will hurt you.
Well, I'm going to have to move out.
The whole house is surrounded.
Said he was in the shade.
You know, it's great during the summertime until those little thunder boomers pop up there. We were discussing on the way in. I sent a song out to everybody, and you know, you rarely run up on somebody that's got a country sound anymore. Let me show a picture of this old girl. She is. Anybody heard of her? Bella France. Country is an understatement for this girl.
Got a little Reba in her voice. I mean,
I heard a little Dolly with it too.
she's country now. I like that.
It's her version of "Hello, Darling."
Got a little Dolly on her.
Man, Odie had to go there. Todd, I'm gonna let you get in.
I can't do nothing with those.
Everybody else, there's a room full of married men behaving. And who is it over here?
Y'all the one talked me into me being the one to say it.
Yeah. You the one going home.
Where's the girl from? Do we know?
I don't know anything
She's
about
got
her.
to be from the South somewhere. Cause she's,
Yeah.
You don't.
It's below the Mason-Dixon, ain't no doubt.
I mean, she could have been lost in Kentucky for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's deep.
Y'all need to go check her out. She is Bella France with a Z.
And also this morning we'll check in on a local celebrity singer, Nick Smith, and his latest hit.
That's going to be a chart
one.
topper.
That's a chart. It's already a
for
chart
sure.
topper.
Have you heard it, Todd?
Yeah.
It it is clever, y'all.
The video's even excellent.
Yeah.
Both videos.
Oh, so we'll get that played here in just a little bit. We'll share that with you if you have not had a chance. He's a principal in Newton County.
Yeah.
Really?
And the man's got it.
He does.
The parodies, he did a parody with a snow day, I believe is what it was this past winter.
He
Or
done
this
a bunch
past
of
year.
stuff.
Or something that the school was out and he did a parody on it. But yeah, he is real good.
So we'll be glad. Let me see if there's anything. Is Rooster something Productions, and I'll look up a Rooster if I can't find it. Yeah, that's not him, and she's definitely not him.
I think you hit the wrong button there, Slim.
Yeah.
Woo. Let me put the camera on y'all so I won't blush. You have to be careful with the internet. Is all I can tell you.
Greg, you're lost for words.
I seen his eyes roll back.
You hadn't even seen it yet.
I didn't know
He
what
saw the
happened.
reflection in his pupil.
We'll be right back. Good morning to everyone. It is Fabulous Friday. Julia, that girl, has the day off as she's doing some broom cleaning. Is that what she doing?
I think her broom broke because she's on an airplane.
I am not that girl.
No. I think she's flying south for the winter.
There you are. We'll be right back.
Be nice.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
When it comes to enhancing your outdoor experience, you need a companion that can keep up. The Kubota RTV 850 Sidekick at Parrish is your ultimate utility vehicle for every adventure. From the deer camp, trail riding, or just working on the farm, the Sidekick delivers powerful performance and versatility. These units start at $15,499 cash and have a $2,000 rebate. Financing is available as low as $285 a month.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie as we begin. How many days we got left to the new year? To the new year?
6,
5, 6,
something like that.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
Tuesday is New Year's
8,
Eve.
9. 10 or
And
11.
according to our local meteorologist over there, it's going to be a pretty day. It's not going to be real good until then, but, you know.
But, you know, he has to go by, you know, no more than 10 days. You want to stick at a 7-day forecast. But emergency management, we want to go out there and look and see what may be coming down the pike for us to prepare for. And we're looking at, on the emergency management side, we're looking at the 3rd, 4th, we may see some snow ice. Around the 14th, 15th, we could see some more ice, possibly some snow mix. That's what we prepare for that far out. Now, it's not in the actual forecast.
No, I ain't
because
seen
you can
it.
say that changes within 2 days.
Me and Odie had a discussion. I said, Odie,
Yeah. We have
what
to
you talking about,
prepare.
Wheeler?
We have to prepare for what could come and hope for the best, and that's what we prepare
Correct.
for.
But you're guaranteed now. He said that S word.
That it won't happen.
There won't be a loaf of bread or a gallon of milk between here and DeLisle, Mississippi.
They're gone. You can go to social and get some.
Who knows about
you're through.
Mississippi weather too? You know,
That's
you
right.
just don't know what.
Well, yesterday we didn't have a tornado. Today we're gonna have
That's
some.
right.
That's right. And
What is
tomorrow's liable to be iced over.
All right, what is your prediction day?
4th and 5th, and then
4th of
around the
January.
15th.
I said the 6th and 7th. It's what Snowbird
so it's
Bob
gonna turn
said.
cold.
It's gonna turn
Yeah,
cold.
it's going to get cool.
Let me see here. Let me go back here and see what the national
I need
weather.
to get on Snowbird Bob. I used to have his account.
Well, I like, you know, I like all that long range forecasting, but like they say, anything past 36 hours is a shot in the dark. You know what I mean?
I use
They're
Pivotal
guessing.
Weather. You go on Pivotal Weather, it's free, and you can look at
I
all
knew it
of
was
these
free if you
other-
were on there.
You dang right.
just to show my side of this of January 4th, 55 degrees, 35 for low. January
That's nice
5th,
weather.
yeah, it's
Then you got
61.
32 and 31 and 29. So it might be the 5th and the 6th instead of the 4th.
Well, if it's normal Mississippi snow, it'll snow that night, and then it'll be 50 degrees and be a muddy mess tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I ain't sold on it just yet.
You ain't lacing up boots yet.
now we're not sold
I'm
on
not.
it, but
I'm not putting my reputation of weather toward that just yet.
Well, we always talk about back. I remember when
we've got to look at that stuff.
it used to get cold and stay cold. It used to snow, be ice on the ground for a week. And I'm sorry, I'm not one of them global warming Al Gore people, but we ain't had a cold winter in a long time.
It's been a while.
It might be a couple of days, but I can remember, walking to the playground as a kid at school and the ground be spewed up, or mud puddles
That's
would be
correct.
froze
That's
over,
right.
or icicles. You
Yeah.
remember icicles hanging off of a house?
You remember that little boy had that gun, then that thing fell off the roof and poked him in the eye?
Yeah, shoot your eye. That's right.
You'll shoot your
There's a
eye.
guy in Clark County once said, "It don't get cold like it used to. It used to get cold."
That's right.
I mean, that was
And the reason that being is no one had insulation.
right.
Something done. Yeah, y'all done killed it again. But we have to, and I hate to do that, but we have to look so far ahead so we can prepare and make sure we don't need anything to sneak up on us.
But that goes back to you've got to always be prepared because anything can happen.
Y'all ain't right.
It's Odie's side of the room with prediction.
That's right. No. We don't predict. That's prepare. We don't predict. We just prepare for what may come.
Well, the
That way,
minute,
if it ever does, we're already ready.
the minute you're not prepared,
That's when it'll hit.
And in Mississippi, let's face it, we talk about, this is bad weather month or severe weather month. What month in Mississippi is not severe weather month?
Tornadoes
I mean,
all
you
year
can
long.
have a tornado, I guess,
Yes, sir.
12 months a
12
year.
months
in
out of the year.
Yeah.
We've had it in Mississippi.
And if you
every
remember
month.
historically or hysterically, whatever you want to say, we have always had a bad batch of weather about the first week in December. We didn't. You know what? We've had in the past, in my lifetime, I can remember tornadoes around the 10th, 12th of December. Always seem like you have a bad. In my opinion, everything's about 3 or 4 weeks late
Done
this year.
shifted
Look
around.
at the leaves.
But you're right.
We had
Didn't.
trees that had leaves on them till last week, and all of a
Yep.
sudden, everything's about 3 or 4 weeks late. So I'm gonna probably open Christmas presents again in 2 or 3 weeks just to make sure I got it right.
You go, boy. But one extreme, I think, follows another because we had a very hot summer, and usually if we have a very hot summer, then we have
a cold winter.
And we're
cold
due
winter.
for one. Last time we had a real cold winter, our air conditioner broke. It doesn't sound bad when you say your air conditioner broke in the wintertime.
No, it's stuck on.
But it stuck on. And snow was outside, and we were going outside the office to warm up.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was cold.
Y'all remember the girl that used to be on Fox News, Ansley Earnhardt?
Yeah,
I think that's how you said it.
She's still on there, isn't she?
I don't watch it because we're here. So is she?
I think she's still on
She
there.
could be, but she's announced that she's engaged now. Did y'all know about this?
No.
Here's old pretty
Married to
boy,
old boy that does the night show.
Sean Hannity. Officially engaged with her. She was married to a ball player or something one time, wasn't she?
I don't know.
Used to write Christian books and things of that nature. Let's talk about a few
His
things.
Florida home.
Well,
money
she could have done better. He ain't that pretty. But
That's true, but I'm
But
pretty
his
sure
pocketbook looks pretty good.
she ain't doing half bad herself.
she wouldn't have to slip up on the dipper to get a drink of
I
water.
think he outputted his coverage too.
As we talked about yesterday, as we pulled this up, this is what the announcement was yesterday. And I would expect more charges should anyone else pass away in this case. Christmas Eve, as we were all near Lauderdale, Mississippi for the shooting that happened, 3 people were shot, 1 person deceased at the scene, a 15-year-old boy. As we look at this, the subject has been identified as Joseph Edward Spinks. He has a bond set at $700,000. With that being said, $500,000 for the murder, $100,000 each on the other 2 people that were shot. And again, all of that could increase should one of them pass away. And both are still on life support. A lot of prayers need to be said on that.
Extreme critical condition.
Bad stuff.
You don't ever want anyone to lose their life, don't get me wrong.
No.
But I have had so many people. I had people come in my store yesterday talking about what a great kid.
Yes.
You know what I mean? To his
good
family
athlete
know
and
that
good
this
in
child left a mark on a lot of people in a positive way, because I had just from different areas of the county talking about what a good kid he was. And, you know, that says
a lot.
That speaks volumes. You know what I mean?
And Greg, I'm also hearing the same thing that the 19-year-old that lost his life at Oak Manor Apartments.
Right.
They said this was not a kid that roamed the streets. He was a good kid.
But don't get me wrong. Good, bad, or ugly. Don't want anybody to get shot or lose their life. Yeah. But it does your heart good, and it's got to, even in the darkest of times, it's got to kind of make the family smile a little bit.
Yeah.
To know that people are talking, what a good person and what a difference he made in different people's lives.
That's right.
At 15.
Well, the holidays, especially around Christmas, Thanksgiving, puts a lot of stress on.
You've seen this, haven't
I've
you?
seen it'll put a lot of stress on families, especially if their parents are divorced or something like that, and they want this child to be with them at that time, and it just puts a lot of stress on a lot of families. And I've refereed a bunch of them.
Well, let me pick your brain now that you say that.
Reports that one more has died.
I got that real early, but I hadn't gotten an official. Is why I hadn't, and we'll wait to. But I have heard that this morning. But let me pick your brain on this. Christmas morning at 4 a.m. I left here, headed to town, and I went to a stabbing, a husband and a wife, at 4 a.m. Todd, what do you particularly see when you go and investigate things like this? Why would something like that happen? And I know you don't know that particular case.
Not particular case, but I think that it stresses the family. You know, somebody took some money and spent money where it shouldn't have been spent. They may have been some stepchildren involved, that some of them got more than this particular child. I mean, so it's a lot of factors go into that. I mean, it just stresses a family out. And, you know, they just
lose their cool.
They lose their cool.
I didn't even think about that.
A lot of times somebody gets hurt.
So a lot of times alcohol, and I mean you hate to say it, but and I don't know why, but you got people that drink around the holidays that don't drink the rest of the year.
That's correct.
And then you got people that's coming in from out of town, like Sheriff said, two sides of the family that they're only around each other every year or two or three.
Yeah.
Well,
You gave
some
my
of 'em are
son
like oil
something
and
better
water.
than I gave
it's
him.
gonna boil. Somebody's gonna tear a scab off. Something's gonna boil over, and then
Stepdaddy
and if
gave
the
child
weather
something better than
and
daddy
you
did,
can
and daddy's
usually
upset.
That's exactly right.
You can usually tell by the weather too. If the weather's bad and they got to stay inside.
Oh,
Something's
cabin
going
fever
happen.
is real.
That's
You know what I mean? But if the weather's pretty and they can get, our people gather. There're going to be 3 or 4 under this tree in the yard, and there's going to be some on the back porch and some on the front porch. Well, when they all got to get in the living room, something's going to come apart.
That's right.
You're 100%, and you just can't get along.
It stresses them out, and sometimes things boil over. And people get hurt, and it's sad that
And it will
those
stick
things
to 'em
happen like that.
forever.
But that's just the way.
So let me. I
way it
want you to
is.
be thinking on this, because with Christmas, I know there is some sorrow, but there's also a lot of good times.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to think, Sheriff, the funniest thing that you ever been called out for on a Christmas day that you had to respond to. We're going to come back and find out what it was that he had to go to. We'll be right back. Let's face it, accidents are going to happen. If a deer jumps out in front of your car, go see my friends and professionals at Chet's Paint and Body Shop in Center Hill. Chet can help you navigate through this confusing world of insurance by providing photo estimates to insurance companies and the right to choose the body shop of your choice. From a minor scratch to a major collision, Chet has you covered. Chet offers quality repairs by trained and certified technicians with a lifetime warranty on all repairs. That's Chet's Paint and Body Shop.
Looking for a deal you can't pass up? Right now, drive off in a quality used car for just $299 down and only $299 a month here at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Meridian. That's right, good reliable cars packed with features at a price you'll love. $299 down, $299 a month. Look, I'm not kidding. This is a real offer that our customers have taken advantage of for years now. Come see us today, Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and we have got confirmation. We got in touch with the Lauderdale County Coroner, and it has been confirmed we do have a second death in this from Lauderdale. We say condolences to the family of Johnny Mosley, who has succumbed to his injuries. He was 64 years old, Lauderdale, Mississippi. That makes 2. And I asked Todd, as we were sitting here, does this now, as we see in the news media, do you call this a mass murder or just a double homicide? Where do you go with on this?
I think it would start as a double homicide at this point. And
should there be a third?
Should there be a third, then we're talking mass, a mass murder.
A lot of times the headlines across America jump quickly. And Christmas Eve, y'all, double homicide here.
That's the last thing on my mind. You know what I'm saying? It's Christmas Eve. Everybody's supposed to be happy.
And you talk about something that makes you remember something happened year after year. I remember my father passing. He died, and you know that every year. This is Christmas that you've got to remember.
That's right.
Losing.
You touched on it the other day. We got to remember the reason for the season, and it's all about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ being born, and that's what it's all about. And the gift given is nice,
right?
But the gift that He gave us is the most important thing in the world.
That's right.
Everlasting life.
Nothing can compare to that.
Right. That was unconditional.
But
love.
I get where you're going to. It's so sad to know that as you putting up the tree, you start remembering.
Well, you touched on it there, Greg, too. When you mentioned there's some people that never drink any time except at Christmas because they're so consumed by loneliness of missing someone that meant the world to them.
That's right. And a lot of times they just want to fit in with the group that they're in. And let's face it, some folks can drink, some folks can't.
That's right.
And some folks I like better when they are driving.
Grown up peer pressure.
I looked up my family
I don't wanna
history.
be alone.
I don't touch it. There's too many people in my family that can't handle it. So, and I ain't going there.
I'm not going to get off on one of my tangents on that because
Right.
I mean, my thing is to each their own. We'll all answer for what we do.
That's
sooner or
correct.
Later, you do you, and I'll do me. But just be careful.
Absolutely, I agree with that. All right, we asked a friendly question there of the former sheriff of Clark County of an instance that you might have responded to that was rather funny.
A Christmas, something
Well,
sticks out.
Nothing really funny, but I did go to a residence one time on Christmas Day, where someone had broke in the house and stole Christmas presents.
No,
Oh,
this is
real
one out of
life
12.
The Grinch.
Grinch showed up for sure, and man,
Did you solve the case?
Yeah, we did. Solved the case, and of course, I rallied some friends and neighbors, and we were able to get those children something for Christmas that day. And so it was.
That's awesome.
How big a scumbag are you to do something like that?
That's bad. That's really bad.
You hit the bottom of the bucket
You
there,
hit the
buddy.
bottom of the bucket, but that one sticks out with me, and there's probably some more that.
How many years ago would that have been?
I was a deputy at the time, probably chief deputy, so it was back in the 90s, probably 96.
That's hitting the bottom.
And I mentioned it, but I don't. It seems like every time I turn it on to see the rerun of this, when I watch One Adam 12, that episode there where the kids had their.
They stole the lady's car with the Christmas in the trunk.
Yeah.
It was a Pontiac, wasn't it?
Sure was. Boy, the memory y'all got. But that forevermore stuck in my head of happening. And I'm sure that this is not the first, nor will it be the last time that someone has had problems like that.
Not at all. And that's the sad part. We're going to see it year after year. And, how do you stop it? There's no way to answer that question. If we could answer that question, we'd have stopped it years ago. But you can't.
No, it just.
You hit the nail on the head yesterday when you talked about it takes a mother and a father.
That's correct.
It takes a family. It doesn't take a village to raise a family unless you've got a mother and a father back there to help raise that child. Your neighborhood should help you, but
They
it takes
should,
a mom and dad.
and then what I've experienced over the last 38 years is a lot of people out there expect law enforcement to raise their children.
That's right.
Yes.
Or school teachers.
Or school teachers.
And that's what gets my goat, you know what I'm saying? Because I have the utmost respect for school teachers.
Right.
But I got news for you. They're not supposed to have to feed, clothe, and discipline your child. Their
That's right.
job is to teach them.
They should be
They are to
raised
come
before they
to
get
school
That's right.
prepared. You know what? And they're supposed to know how to act. That's just like school bus drivers having to have cameras on school buses. I got news for we didn't have no cameras. We had a school bus driver that would pull over, break a switch, and tear your butt up.
That's right. Amen.
On the side of the road.
On the side, and we ain't moving this bus till y'all act right.
Or put you off the bus.
That's exactly right.
And you ain't getting back on.
Let's update folks about what's going on with the weather here. We have strong thunderstorms now just east of Philadelphia there on Highway 16. Y'all be careful coming in there. Highway 19, look at this. Let's turn on some locations where we can show this. Right at Tucker, as you're coming into Philadelphia, is going to be rough. Highway 16, as we'll see here, as we head out Highway 21, just east of the Coliseum, rough. And look at 15. If you're headed north of Union, toward there, rough. Now, as we get right over here near the Sebastopol Post Office, pretty rank in there. It's cutting loose there. Expect showers in these other areas before long. It moves across here. But by far, Walnut Grove, Philadelphia, and Forest have the worst weather that we currently have at the time. So be careful out there, and we'll keep you up to date with what's going on with weather and all.
I've hit a nerve with the Lauderdale County Road Department. I done got a text. You better be lying about this stuff. Just be prepared and it'll all be good. I'm sorry.
There's one of my old buddies made a comment on that, Robert O, and I see him. Good morning, Robert. And
What did he say?
Did you ever arrest him?
no,
Okay, I just
he
checking.
almost
I just checking.
he almost got me one time though years ago. He was working for my daddy down there, and I had a little hot car, and anyway, he tried to catch me.
Try. I heard the word tried. Speaking of, we had an incident yesterday afternoon, a little fender bender there near Ochsner Rush. I'm still trying to adjust to that new name there.
Yeah.
Right out front of between the gas pumps and then the old emergency room there. We got several. We were on the scene with this. We'll skip that because that's kind of loud. Metro ambulance was there. And as you'll see here, the bird's eye view.
Ow.
And then as we go through here, that car had some major damage there. There's the chief, all the fire crew on scene. I see a couple of police officers there also on the scene. But that's what happened there yesterday, if you were wondering what all the commotion was. And somebody I saw make the comment, why they bring an ambulance when you're so close to the hospital? That's just the way it is. I don't have any other explanation to that other than that.
Ambulance drivers got to eat too.
Yeah, they do.
Would you like to go to the hospital? Look, I'll walk over.
We'll be right back as we travel along. We got some history and a lot of other things to do this morning.
Spin the winners back at Kia Meridian. Come in and buy a new or used vehicle, you spin the wheel and win a great prize.
We got Nintendos.
We have 55-inch TVs. Who's got gas? Gas card, guys. Oh, gas card. You sure about that? You can spin from now until the Christmas.
The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger. Plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing, or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and we do hope your morning is going well. As we look at some of the things before we get into to some of the more comedy versions of it, Meridian is fastly, and we've talked about being in hotels, of people breaking in cars along I-20, and again, Meridian getting the name for burglaries in cars at hotels. But it is vastly also moving to the Northwood area as we had cars broken into here. And I got video. Let me show you here as we go here. This would be over at Bonita Ridge Apartments. This is just past Sam's, past the before you get to the Ag Center. Willow Ridge,
Lauderdale County Properties, and there's another one there. Yeah.
Look at this. As you'll see, they're doing everything they can to get in vehicles. 3 of these suspects. And they walk around and they just continuously look for a car that's open. And they do get braver from time to time there. Now, the other video that we got here just really doesn't show as much due to the fact it's black.
But that's why it's so important. Don't leave stuff just laying on your dash and on your high-dot Costa sunglasses, any kind of firearm, anything it looks expensive. I mean, first of all, they'll steal a change out of your ashtray.
They sure will.
But don't advertise what all's in your car. Put it in the trunk. And I tell women a lot of times, if you're going to the mall, if you're going in Walmart, and you're not going to carry anything but your debit card, put your purse in the trunk.
Yeah.
Don't leave it in there on the seat. Don't think you got it hid in the floorboard. Put it in the trunk. But again, that's false advertisement. You see something, they're going to break in there to get to it, thinking there's something in it.
They're going to worry about what's in it later. They're going to take the purse and go.
And how many of us have been through the bank and got the little envelope and then throw that envelope on the con? Well, there ain't nothing in it but air. But still, if they looking in the window, there's a bank envelope.
That's true.
Just kind of, you can't prevent it 100%, but just use your head.
Yep. That's right. If you're wearing a tube top and you were at Hojo's, likely you were going to get hit on one.
That's right. Use your smart. And I didn't have a tube top on, thank you.
You never got hit on it.
I got hit.
Who used to be the house band that everybody went to see?
Jeff Holland was at
Hojo. Was there for years. Yes.
I mean, that's what I was told.
Batman.
You never went.
There was quite a few house bands.
Jeff Holland was the main house.
Brown-eyed girl. I can still hear him singing it.
Man, he could sing.
He could do it.
He could flat entertain an audience.
But then, you had a bunch of different bands that would fill in here and there.
That's some really bad ones too.
There was some bad
one of them.
What was one of them? That guy was up there singing and playing a song. He said, "What would y'all like to hear?" And somebody yelled out, "The jukebox."
Randy Harrison told him, "How about the jukebox? You massacred everything else you tried."
Randy just told it.
Yeah, he just told the truth. He just told the truth. How about the jukebox?
Let's go back to 1931. One of the most. He wouldn't be the guy that stepped out to be the front man in any song, but boy, he sure made the backup sound and made a sound all of its own.
Bob Wills.
Bob Wills. We got a it's kind of serious problem going on there with that one. I'm gonna fix that.
You work on that one. I'm gonna see. If
You
I
let
can't
your
get
son
this one
leave, and
going.
now everything tore up.
Yeah.
Got a problem here.
Turn.
Rut.
We're going to the back 'em up. I've been trying to tell you, everything you do's got to have a back 'em up.
Well, hang on here. If you'll just say something.
All right, here we go. So let me find the name of this fella right here. Scotty Moore. Have y'all heard of Scotty Moore?
No.
Scotty Moore.
I don't
Was
know
that the
him
backup singer?
1931 was
Elvis.
when he was born. Elvis is back him up singing.
Elvis.
Really?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was Elvis's guitar player,
No
lead
joke.
guitar player,
Talk
and
about-
his cousin, right?
Yes,
When
sure.
Elvis
wow.
was working for the electric or plumbing
Yeah,
company
when
or
they first
whatever?
got started.
Okay,
in Memphis,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a serious problem.
I got that
Well.
mixed up with Johnny Cash and the Tennessee Three
There
or
you
whatever
go,
it
Luther
was.
Perkins and
Yeah, okay. I got confused.
That happens there.
That's not hard,
Yeah.
is it, Greg?
Let's see what else went on today. Anybody? Let's go back to 1939.
Oh, he was the owner of it. Was not McDonald's, but it was McDowell's.
Oh,
Ray
George played on Good Times.
Yep. Had some cookies after him.
John Amos.
Famous
John Amos.
Yeah. Yep.
Famous Amos.
Man.
There he is
JJ's
coming
daddy.
to America, ain't
That's it. McDowell's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
JJ's daddy.
yeah.
They got the Big Mac, and we got the.
Big Mick or something.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. You talking about straightening a youngin' up and keeping them in line? He could do it. When he carried Michael back there to the bedroom, they didn't have no more trouble.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Let's see what else happened today. It was 1975, and I couldn't watch this stuff. Did y'all ever watch that thing, Poltergeist?
No,
I didn't like
No.
all that
Married in
stuff
front of
either.
TV.
no. Greg don't like scary movies. I don't like nothing like that. There's
didn't-
boogers on it.
I
I ain't
didn't-
watching it.
I didn't like all that stuff either.
She was born today, 1975. It gives me the willies every time I think
Freaked
of that
her
show.
out. I didn't ever see her playing nothing else, did you?
That was about it.
Yeah.
That was. Let's see here. 1979. This would be
do it.
the spinoff from Dallas. Do y'all remember that?
Not Landing.
Not slam.
That's where it premiered today in 1979.
That's that fella that sells them gold coins there in the middle.
Yeah. That old,
That was Gary Ewing there. The
Ewing,
second
yeah.
one. Oh,
He was the Wimpy Ewing.
yeah. He's a brother had to. Pretty
Yeah,
much
he
Jr. running
moved
off.
to California and moved in a cul-de-sac, Knots Landing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Wife's name was Val.
I'm glad you
Valine.
remember that.
Valine.
How did you
yeah.
know that?
I just remember, and his next door neighbor.
That was back when we was getting those 3 channels, you remember?
You can remember this kind of stuff.
I couldn't remember my homework, but I can remember them shows.
That's because you never did homework.
That's right.
Somebody
What was
said,
it?
if you
What?
remember on that episode, Michael's little thug buddy got took to the back room also. And when he come back, he said, "Yes, sir."
Yeah, it was a different. What was the other one like? Falcon Crest.
Falcon
That's what I
Crest.
was
Yeah.
trying to
It just
think
didn't
of.
make the impact.
No, it was a little too uppity.
It was uppity, wasn't it?
Both of them was uppity.
Let's go back to 1980. This guy would have the shortest shorts of any man. The men shouldn't even wear these.
Richard,
Simmons.
Well,
Almost. He got chased by 2 dogs every episode.
Magnum PI. Zeus and Apollo
That's right.
is the
That's
dog's
exactly
name.
it.
And women
Yep.
couldn't wait to dial in on Magnum PI.
you're right. They did. He
But
was.
that was the coolest Ferrari. Oh, man.
It was, but Lord have mercy, I didn't realize that about the dogs. I would have never remembered that.
Zeus and
like
Apollo. Yeah, Higgins had them trained.
Yep.
I had no idea what's happened to camera too, and
Odie broke it.
I can't get the y'all for some reason. It went blank on me.
What was the guy, Robin Masters, that owned the
That owned
estate?
it.
Yeah.
He
It
was
wound
the
up
head
being
of
Higgins, wasn't it?
Higgins,
I believe
yes, it
it
was.
was. Him the whole
I
time.
think it was Higgy Baby.
Higgy Baby told it all. You know, he was from Houston.
Really?
That's where he passed away at, in Houston, Texas. As we go back to 1986, if the wife and I's a fussing, brother,
That's all right. Me and that woman bought a license to fight.
Hank
But mind
Williams
your own
Jr.
business.
Mind your own business.
That's exactly.
That was a good song.
It sure was.
That was sometime back in the day. There, let's see what else
Didn't
went
his
on.
daddy record that?
Yes.
Sure did.
Yeah. Yeah.
The original.
Probably wrote it.
Yeah.
And
Senior.
then on the same thing, you had that when I wore out a brand new trunk, packing it up. You going to change or I'm going to leave?
Yeah. 2003, There Goes My Life. Anybody remember Kenny Chesney? It wasn't one of my favorites.
No, I
it was
didn't
about
get
his
that
daughter
channel.
packing up to go to college is what that song was about.
I didn't get that
I
channel.
just don't.
I think he started y'all down the trail y'all are on.
I
now.
don't get him. I really don't.
We good.
Yeah, you're right.
I just don't get him.
And a lot of beach stuff that the rest of us.
Yeah.
His wife didn't get him either.
No.
I ain't commenting on that. It wasn't that long. It was,
Didn't last
wasn't it
long
a
at
few
all.
hours?
Yeah. I
I'm
think they got that
serious.
annoyed.
Renee Zellweger.
That's it.
Wasn't
Yeah.
that a-
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was scary after the lights went off. We don't know. 2016, this girl would pass away. She was a part of the biggest thing probably in movies. I didn't go see it. Me
She
and Greg-
started a hair trend because they would wind them up on the side of the head instead of having ponytails.
R2D whatever.
Oh, Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, y'all remember her?
Yeah.
There was a cult that followed her.
Well, she looked like a Lincoln with both rear doors open.
I was thinking of a dually with no side fender.
That's the truth. Let's see here. What else we happen here? Do y'all remember the guy? There was a talk show host that wore the cowboy hat. Y'all remember him? National scene.
Was that his wife?
Well, you can
guy
have
from,
things. It's amazing what money will do.
New Mexico.
Yeah, Don Imus.
Yeah.
He passed away today back in 2019.
Okay.
Can't say I remember that.
Really, when it come to talk show, he was.
He had a big ranch out in New Mexico somewhere out there.
Sure did.
He got into a lot of trouble not too long ago.
Yeah, he didn't have any filter.
That's right.
And that filter will get you if you don't watch what you do there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I'm told.
For real?
That's what they say, Greg.
But he was on network TV too, so
it
clipped his wings.
They did, and went after him.
We done been through off that.
Yeah, we've already been down that
Been
road.
there, done that. Huh? What else y'all got?
We got thrown off radio.
We waiting for Al Gore to throw us off the internet now.
We one step from mass meetings.
Anybody missing their?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing with you, not at you.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Greg. That's mighty nice of you there. It's just amazing the career that I've had, and I cannot thank y'all enough for what y'all done.
See, the Lord, He let you stumble on a rock or two, but He never let you fall. He always caught you right before you hit because He knew what He had planned for you. And here it is.
Doing the show by Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith, Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night, 'cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
That man's like a ninja with a mic. That sucker sees it all day or night. Knows all the scores before the game is through, 'cause Scotty Ray is watching you.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
Get a speeding ticket in Alabama. Wipe change from a laundromat. Pick up your kids a little late from school. Your warning sign is a cowboy hat. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place. So if you're gonna do something really dumb, like tell Chuck Norris, come get you some. You're gonna make it on the Facebook news, 'cause Scotty Ray is watching you.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're just gonna go fight your sister in the Walmart parking lot, or you're thinking about getting that cold checked out by your local doc, or rolling up in Tuscaloosa yelling Tiger Bait, or taking your second cousin out on a movie date, calling in sick to stay on vacation, or even just switching church denomination, you better warn your wife before she tries to pass that Prius. That man with the Stetson is probably going to see us. Honey, that ain't him. Folks, if you feel like being just a pure D idiot, like telling your wife that's not like my mama fixed it, when you wake up, assuming that you do, just know that Scotty Ray is watching you.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
Oh, man. Rooster Holler Studio.
I'm like old feller said, if that didn't ring your bell, your clapper's broke.
But we need to do an edit there.
Do it.
He didn't say anything about Clark County.
You know, you're right. I had several people say that.
And I'm going to stand up for my county now.
Poor Bob said he ain't got a deer in his field now. He done laughed for a while. He done scared them all out.
Nick Smith is who done that. He is
He's a very talented guy.
Well,
Yes,
sir,
he is.
my hat's off to you. That
Yes,
was
sir. It was great.
excellent.
We're going to have him come into the show one morning, and we're going to do an interview because that is good.
He's
done
got to
several.
perform that if he
Very,
can.
very talented. Very talented.
Ooh, we'll be right back. We got more coming up this morning at the Scotty Ray Report.
This is going to be our biggest year-end clearance event ever here at Doc's Toyota in Philadelphia. Inventory is up and rates are finally down. We promise to save you thousands on any of our new inventory. From Siennas to Sequoias, Camrys to Corollas, Tundras, Tacomas, no matter the model, we will not be undersold. We want your business. With interest rates as low as 1.99%, top dollar value for your trade-in, and thousands off all of our inventory, Doc's Toyota is your clear choice for your next Toyota purchase. So come see us here at Doc's Toyota in Philadelphia at docstoyota.com or on Facebook. And remember, there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Habo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church, and nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need to keep you dry in those wet conditions. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Welcome back, and Mom has spoken up. Robin Miller says that is her baby boy, the principal at Newton County Middle School.
You did good there.
Well, he's very
talented
very
guy.
talented.
Sure is.
Very
I don't know if
talented.
y'all saw the song he done. Was it last year or the last snow that we had? He done a song about missing school. Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
You just you can't outdo him. He is he's one of the best in the area there. Let's see what else is going on. We have to send out condolences this morning as we go to Barham Funeral Home. Miss Ruth has passed away.
Wow.
Been a part of that. One of the founders there, the Barham Funeral Home, and we pass a lot of condolences to them.
They've been in business a long time.
Yes, they have.
We also have had the name released of the man who lost his life right down from San Marcos Mexican Restaurant on 52nd Avenue. LeMajor Taylor I hope I said that correctly. He was 36 years old. He was struck by an automobile the other night and succumbed to his injuries also at the emergency room. That's just sad, sad, sad. Let's see what else we got going on here this morning that we hadn't talked about. We had a cell phone that was found out in the Bailey area. If you dropped yours near AC Brown, Highway 495, we got a number for you to call to reclaim your phone, and they cost about average of $1,000 for a phone.
Yeah, now, if you show up and call the number and your face shows up, you can have the phone.
That's the way it's going to work there.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is happening this morning here. We had a boo-boo near Newton County yesterday at the Hickory exit. As we pull up here, this is the scene. Here's
you
another.
Can't park there.
No, that's a 10.
Not like that.
That's a Toyota 4Runner that's got issues.
Man, you can probably put a little gas in it and it'll go right back to running.
Yeah, and tie a rope to a tree and back up real fast. It'll straighten that out.
Straighten that fender.
If that Toyota looked like that, ain't no telling what that tree looked like. Them's tough vehicles.
You just can't beat them, can you?
No.
Good stuff there. We had. I was out yesterday and I ran up on a street closed, and I thought, well, I didn't get a memo about this. So
it's in the mail.
Mass mailer.
Mass mailer.
So I got out and got to looking. They were trimming trees at 43rd. This is Poplar Springs Drive as we look at this. Right down the road from there, we're trimming the trees. Who is it? Is it Atmos that does those tree trimming? What's the name of that company?
No, it's
Asplunk or something like that.
Yeah, I knew it started with an A.
Atmos sells gas.
Yeah.
Asplund.
Yeah.
We were beating at the bushes on that to get that correct.
Ain't gonna be nothing for you to hide behind. They keep trimming them trees.
They wrong, aren't they?
You have to carry your own tree with you.
That's right. Or at least you got that garbage can as a backup. You keep beating, it's going to have to be a bigger garbage can. You have to carry a dumpster with you.
That's right. Arnold says a little duct tape fix that. And we've all had to do that at some point in our lives to where you're off somewhere and you got to use duct tape to make it to wherever you're going. Now, I've never used it on the fan belt issue. I've heard of people fixing fan belts with it, but never worked for me.
Well, I mean, if you twist that duct tape, it can only get stronger.
Tough stuff there. We had I would say a false alarm, but we did have a fire yesterday. Once on scene, it was quickly. Wasn't much to it there. As we go here to the 2600 block of A Street, could have turned out differently. The Meridian Fire Department was on scene, took care of that real quick like.
Those guys have been busy lately.
Oh, they have.
Yeah.
And I respect all those guys that do that for a living. The bell rings and you got to go.
And the calendar doesn't mean anything. The day of the week, the hour of the day, it don't matter. They always there.
It is.
That's the thing about all first responders, when there's tragedy or there's something going on, they're going to the scene and everybody else is coming away from the scene.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
And they don't get praised enough. None of our first responders do.
It's a very dangerous world.
You know this right here. Our first responders are top notch in every county. They're good people. But behind the scenes, our dispatchers that deal with the stuff first before they send it to us,
they're the unsung hero.
We do not give credit to like we should.
No, they don't. And that's the first point of contact. When somebody calls 911, that's the first point of contact.
And usually they're hysterical. They don't, you know what I'm saying?
You got
something
take
bad
notes,
has
calm
happened,
down.
and they've got to try to weed through and get the, address, street number. And
started out
where are you?
In Clark County in 1979, and the radio room was in the vault down there, and you served as the jailer as well as the dispatcher, and there were 7 microphones.
Wow.
And you had a chair with rollers on it, and you rolled all over that old vault trying to answer these
Put
different
some
radios.
miles on a chair.
I'm telling you, you wear the wheels off of one of them.
That chair looks good, but I got a flat tire.
Y'all ever had to apologize where you just really make a fool of yourself?
Every day.
I had to do it, and as we all know, I do not know a lot about NFL.
What does that stand for?
See, I'd gotten an email a few weeks ago from a mother who was telling me her son was in the NFL. So in my mind, I thought he had just been signed to the NFL. He went to Meridian High School and was going on to the NFL. So I thought it was like fresh. So I got another note that said, "Hey, this guy's up at Walmart signing autographs from the NFL." Same name. I thought, well, he's before he goes off. So I went up there and I said, "It's going to be your first year," and he goes, I've been in the NFL for 5 years. Where you been? I said,
Wait a minute, let me get my foot out of my mouth. And
He tasted like toe.
And he said, Scotty Ray, it's okay. I watch you from Houston. He goes, you ain't got time to be watching no NFL. A big thank you to our hometown player, Raekwon Davis, who plays with the Indianapolis Colts. Doing great in the NFL, and went to Walmart, hung out, took pictures with all the kids, signed autographs. Can't thank him enough for coming back and doing that.
And you think about this to some
He
of
played college ball at Alabama.
Yeah.
some of those kids. That was their Christmas.
It
you know
was.
what I mean? They'll always remember. And he took time out of his schedule to humble himself. You know what I'm saying? He could have probably been anywhere in the world doing anything he wanted to do. He's an NFL player. But to sign those autographs and hug those little children at Walmart, that speaks volumes.
Sure
people.
does.
It was click, pictures being taken, and I personally want to thank him. And again, let me apologize for not knowing everything that I should have known before I got there on that subject.
well, get your staff to work on putting timelines together.
Some cliff notes for you.
Well, that's right. We don't
That's
have
an
staff.
infection, ain't it?
Y'all are the staff.
He ain't got much of one, does he?
I got a picture sent to me, and I thought it was Cheech and Chong was the whole purpose behind this crossing North Hill Street when it came in. Doesn't that remind you of that car from Nice?
Look at there.
That's a 62 bubble top Chevrolet.
I believe that's what it
No,
is.
that's a Buick.
Oh, it's got the
I
things
see
on the
three
side.
holes in the side, and three
Buick.
vents. That's a Buick.
It sure is. But that was pretty seen there as it crossed North Hill
Well, it's in
Street.
Meridian. That could be bullet hole.
No, that's not going to be bullet holes because they were evenly spaced and in a line. They're not sitting three of them in the same spot.
They've been taking practices. Quit that. We'll be right back. More coming up at the Scotty Ray Report. The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low mileage cars and trucks. How about a Z71 2500 HD? Or maybe you're looking for the Ford F-150 with lots of leg room in it. Plenty of SUVs like the Explorer for the family. Or if you're looking for a gas saver to go back and forth to work, come by and see the mini cars like this Nissan.
The low profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealers Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealers simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealers are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealers Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
The most wonderful time of the year is just around the corner, and Als Garden Gift is ready for a magical Christmas season. From sparkling Christopher Radko ornaments to custom wreaths by Wanda, we've got your holiday decor covered. Looking for the perfect gift? Try our custom baskets packed with treats like Mississippi cheese straws and old-fashioned peppermint sticks. And be sure to add vibrant colors to your outdoors with pansies and snapdragons. Charm and beauty await your home this wonderful season. Merry Christmas from Als Garden Gift.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Good for you.
And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with the gang here as we look at this. Now, we got showers moving in. We're going to show you radar here in just a moment there, but we are showing that now we're going to have some strong thunderstorms around lunchtime in the Meridian area as we watch this. Let's go to radar and pull this up to show you where all this rain is, because we're getting a lot of comments of, woof, we got rain coming down, and we do. As we pull up radar, y'all look at Union, Mississippi. It is serious there right now, all around Union. Let's turn on some locations to show you a little bit more about that. As we get here, Little Rock, heavy showers all the way into Union, just north of there on Highway 15 to Neshoba Baptist Church. You're getting a lot of rain there also. As we look here at House, when you reach there northward to Philadelphia past Tucker, once you get into Philadelphia, it's going to be the worst of the storms are east, on the east side of town now. As we look at Kemper County, Linville, those areas in that just west of Cypress Mills. As you get up here near Preston, a lot of rain there. And as we look back over near Forest, I-20, y'all be careful anywhere past Newton going to Jackson. Montrose, Highway 15 due south into Jasper County, Lewin. We got a lot of rain all the way down to Bay Springs. Still at this point, we got just a smidgen, if y'all look at this, of a shower that's barely in Lauderdale County now. This is going to be Highway 494. It's getting close to where it reaches there out to Freeman Tractor, that area. Nothing heavy yet, but it is a coming. And again, today, all of this will dissipate eventually, and then we'll have the worst of the weather tomorrow. Level 3 tornadic. We want you to make plans, and we've often talked about this. When you during these storms, make sure to put on some hard sole shoes. Don't stay in a room that's got a tree. Just be prepared. Charge things in case you lose power, and there's a big chance we'll lose power tomorrow.
Have head protection ready.
Yeah, football helmets, bicycle helmets. Anything to what are you smiling about over there?
He ain't got a football helmet to fit that head. But it's hard enough. It's not going to hurt.
He still got his hard hat from the forester days.
That's right.
Don't work.
No, we've had a downfall of camera system this morning. Yeah, we'll have to fix that.
Greg done broke their side.
I don't know what happened. But we could go to this one's not going to show a whole lot, but let me see.
You keep pushing buttons, and we're going to all be off the air.
Even that one quit.
Watch that eject button.
We got
hit something on that one a while ago. I think you turned it off or something.
Yeah, it just died. Yeah, we got 3 down. We're down to our last one.
and
through a breaker.
There's a country song there somewhere.
A country song there. I'm
3 down, 1 to go.
Y'all keep making fun of me. Which one's still going?
Oh, let's see here what else we got going on here. Another thing that often we forget about is these temperatures change. Deer. I can't tell you how many people struck deer last night. Wrecks. And a lot of people will try to dodge it. That just makes it worse. Slow it down, grip.
And these bucks are chasing does right now.
Yeah. It's like hojos, as we brought it up earlier.
That's right. Oh, and we've all run out in front of that car before.
It's usually when the husband was driving.
Have y'all seen this offer? I better leave that alone.
Put him back in his cage.
Put him there. Let's see here. Hour by hour, there was something I wanted to talk about that I had. That's not. You ever just not found? We got bird flu in the state of Mississippi. I don't know if y'all have seen this.
Down in South Mississippi, right?
Yeah, we can't have all that, but a little taste of it there. We had a homicide in Coffeyville over the last couple of days. Coffeyville, Mississippi.
Yalabusha County.
Yes, sir. You've been there.
I've been there.
How's this retirement thing working out for you?
It's good. I highly recommend it.
All you do is sit and wait for the mailbox.
No, I have not got
direct deposit.
Direct deposit.
I got a little part-time job. I travel around, so it's been real good.
There's rumor that there's a video of you moonwalking out past the jail in front of the sheriff's office doing the Michael Jackson moves, thinking it ain't you in there that has to make them decisions anymore.
Probably right. I don't miss that stress. I really don't.
And it is a lot of stress, isn't it?
It is.
No one truly understands that.
And you never go home, and you're never off work.
No,
and not really. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's no we'll close. We're off for a week. No,
you're not.
It never ends.
It was Christmas, but we wasn't off.
And my heart goes out to the people that are doing it in law enforcement today, because it's a tough job and.
Different situation out there.
Different situation totally than what I worked through all of my years. And I started seeing the changes, and I knew it was time for me to hunt a new career.
As we do this, and just to put in everybody's head, as we enter New Year's, what typically happens in between now from a person in law enforcement of crimes that happen in between Christmas Day and New Year's? What type of things should we look for?
I think you'll continue to see some more violent crime.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet, and the stress is still there with these families because you got another holiday coming up.
Yeah.
and you know, you the stress is there. Of course, the gift giving's over with, but the stress is there because Mama wants to spend time with the child, Daddy wants to spend time with the child, Grandma and Grandpa wants to spend time with the child, and then they get all crossed up. And a lot of times, and what I've seen in the past, you get one parent use the child against the other, and it just turns into a volatile situation.
And a lot of our violent crimes goes back to domestic, to where it's family.
It's the most dangerous thing you can get involved
Well, you
in.
said Christmas earlier, that you have people who don't drink until Christmas time. Once a year they come around and they have a few drinks, and that kind of heightens everything. Well, you're talking about a drinking holiday coming up, and that's New Year's.
That's New Year's.
You don't just put alcohol with Christmas. Now you've got a holiday that people are going to go to parties to drink.
Well, and don't get me wrong, you know, I don't wish any violence on anybody.
Correct.
But that is a trend. If you look at it around the state, around the nation, that's the trend that we follow. And it's sad that we've come to that.
I mean, the kids enjoy being out of school, but that's something that when the kids are out of school, like you said, they're being shuffled back and forth from step to grand to step grand to, you know, and everybody wants
a piece of the pie.
And I hate to say it, a lot of it's like a bargaining
And you
chip.
said something on here the other day. Take them out hunting and fishing.
Oh, yeah.
Get them out of the house. Get them off Nintendo. Get them off the TV.
phone.
Off the phone. They sitting there wanting to play. And I'm just as guilty as anybody about looking at the phone. But we need to get those kids out of the house. Get them out in the woods, and get them hunting, fishing. Get their mind off of all of that mess.
Yeah.
Because they soak up everything going on in that house. They soaking it up like a sponge.
They're listening, and they're paying
listening
attention.
to Mom and Daddy have that argument.
Yep.
Yes.
They can hear it, and they can feel it, too. They can tell by the look in your
And
eyes.
y'all know as well as I do, this is a trait that is passed from generation to generation. You are what you are because of your raising. And I wish there was a different ending to that we could change all that. But
Well,
that's
I've
the truth.
always, to take a little note on that, I've always said you're exactly right when it comes down to every person is created equal. And they are until about 6 months of your life. Then your environment takes over. And you start learning and acting the way you were brought up.
Yeah,
And you can't help it.
You're going to be a product of your environment
100%.
normally. Now, there are cases where people, don't get me wrong, there are cases where people, they were raised in the most horrible
That
conditions.
J.D. Vance guy that's vice president who grew up dirt poor, and look at that guy now.
That's right.
Well, there's that story of the twins that Daddy was cheating on the wife and just a bad alcoholic and terrible with the kids. And one son grew up to be just like him, and the other son grew up, said, no, I'm not going to be like him, and was straight and narrow, great job, raised a family, the whole 9 yards. And they went and asked one son, said, you ended up just like your daddy. Why did you end up like this? And he said, I watched my daddy.
Yeah.
And they asked the other son and said, how did you end up the way you are? He said, I watched my daddy. So it's the perspective of what you see.
Yeah,
That's how that man got that skill.
I'm sure that my mom and daddy had some disagreements over the years, but they never did it in front of me and my
Same with
brothers.
us. Yeah.
I never witnessed that, and I'm sure they had their ups and downs.
Same with my family.
I've never heard my daddy raise his voice.
Not to my mom.
I mean, never, very seldom I ever heard my daddy. Never toward my mother, but very seldom my daddy ever even raised his voice.
But it's funny how the times have changed. But I remember growing up in Quitman, Mississippi. My daddy was a town marshal, went on to be the chief of police. But I remember playing in the Clark County Jail as a kid because there wasn't nobody in there.
Yeah.
That's right. It was
Friday and Saturday night, the sheriff and the police, they locked a bunch of drunks up on Friday and Saturday night, know. But during the week, everybody got out of jail on Monday and went to work. But now
they were so tired of working, they went home and ate and slept.
That's right. And now the jails are full.
That's right.
You know, somebody that wants to wish you a very Merry Christmas, which is past now, and a Happy New Year. Our friends here, boy, they really take care of you. All of our friends at Snowden and Company want to wish you a Happy New Year from their entire staff. And when it does come time to purchase or sell your home, get in touch with them. They have so many listings and things that they can do for you to get you the top dollar for your home, whether it's land or a home, you're downsizing, upgrading, whatever the case is. They're great people. You'll meet a friend. See Amanda. She handles it all there, and she'll take care of you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year from all of them, and the true meaning of what Christmas is all about from my friends there at Snowden and Company. Now, we got any birthdays this morning? Did anybody think about that?
We do. So we've got Rich Holloway's got a birthday. Brenda Harkins got a birthday. Trent Clayton, Drew Smith, Wayne Roberts, the big 7'5" today.
Whoa.
Amy Fairchild is 40. Jason Bateman, 35 tomorrow. And again, my grandson, Braylon Massengill, the big 15 tomorrow. Golly.
And I got a niece, Kylie Cumberland Rigdon. Her birthday is tomorrow. And you know how I am about ages, so she's got to be 22, 3, 4, 5, something like that.
She's somewhere around in that area.
And makes a mean chocolate pie. Bless her heart.
Man, I love chocolate pie.
Oh, gosh.
And you
She
can
makes
scrape the meringue off of it.
That
just
calf slobber. Daddy used to
Yeah, boy.
Ooh, man, she makes a mean chocolate pie. But happy birthday, Kylie.
Man, that's what I love about holidays. And is it, you know, as a kid, you think about it being toys. As a grown man, and the older you get, it's all about food.
Oh, yeah, it's that hummingbird
What is your
cake.
favorite pie?
Chocolate pie is my favorite pie.
Pecan. Oh.
Greg?
Anything Miss Pam makes.
Anything Miss Pam cooks.
That chocolate, though.
I love the hummingbird cake.
That egg custard and that buttermilk pie is hard to beat, too.
And the only person that I've ever seen that could really make a lemon pie was that Mrs. Who is she? Mrs. Edwards. She's the only one I've ever met that made that really good. I've never had Miss Pam's in a lemon.
Miss Pam can make a lemon square that is out this world.
What's your favorite cake?
Oh, pound cake. I love pound cake with the glaze.
My sister-in-law can make a mean pound cake.
But I don't know what Greg had at his
Good morning,
Christmas
Judy,
gathering.
by the way.
That was Italian cream cake, Miss Pam Compton.
Look, let me tell you
made.
something. That was like you want to run with the cake, go in and just grab it and be a thief and run away with it.
It was good.
Coconut.
Oh,
she makes a 3-layer
Pepperidge Farm.
coconut.
3-layer coconut with that 7-minute icing on it, man. They make you slap mama.
It's good, ain't it?
I like my mom a good German chocolate.
Now, see, I'm not as big on chocolate as I am about the
I like German chocolate, and I don't really care about the flavor of the cake itself. I like the icing, but I remember Christmas, my mama was going to do a big German chocolate
said
cake.
I just gained 7
Carrot cake.
Ooh, red velvet.
My grandma's
ball.
favorite was carrot cake.
Carrots and that red velvet thing now. That's
good.
fine.
I love a
That's
good red
not my
velvet
pig.
ball. And I tell you, this is not a pie, it's not a cake, but it's bread pudding. Clayton Cobbler
I love
makes
bread
the
pudding.
absolute best bread pudding. And I said, I have not eaten, I've tried that and I ain't eaten it. And then somebody talked me into trying it. It's Clayton's, and I tried it, and
that's good eating.
oh,
right
that's
there.
good stuff
That's good
right there.
stuff.
Molasses cookies.
I hadn't had that.
Miss Pam made they were fine. Lace cookies.
All right, look,
Molasses
we
cookies,
still
no
3
bacon.
and
All
a
right,
half hours away
we got to
from
go to
lunch.
Waffle House or
We got-
somewhere.
Tim and Glenda Dowdy's got 11 years wedding anniversary, and Jason Massey's also got a birthday.
I want to apologize for our technical difficulties this morning. It was beyond my control. There was no way we could fix it live. I apologize about that.
They didn't nobody want to see us.
Nobody wants to see us anyway, I'm telling you.
It went down, and we are going to go to breakfast somewhere here in just a
He
second.
just nipped us. Just nip it.
Yeah,
nip it in the bud.
nip it in the bud. Well, I've got to do a big congratulations and hope the rest of y'all's lives is wonderful. 2 people got engaged yesterday, and they are kids to very good friends of ours. But Tyson Marlowe and Vic Spears got engaged yesterday, and they've been dating for
Since they were 3.
Yes, since they were 3. Yeah. Great kids, good kids, raised by some great parents, and I just want to say congratulations and good luck in the future.
They look kind of happy in them pictures.
They did. Well, they look happy every time we see them.
They're always smiling.
Yeah. So that's always great.
Don't none of y'all want to go to them and tell them what lies ahead?
Scotty Ray.
Oh, I'm supposed to be.
All you got to do is go get you an ice cold Coca-Cola, whether it's vanilla, regular, in the glass, or diet. It doesn't matter, but that'll make your day better.
Hard to beat.
It's hard to beat an ice cold Coca-Cola. You're helping the business you buy it from, and you're helping Meridian Coca-Cola. 2-in-1 right here locally, Meridian.
And it'll help you
Coca-Cola.
to unwind. So,
Yes, it will.
anytime you got trouble, Tyson, get you a coat and sit
that
under a
7-minute
tree.
icing takes about 30 minutes. Now you got to have a double boiler.
Oh, you know this.
And you got to have a double boiler, and it takes about 7-8 minutes to make that 7-minute icing.
And let me just say this: if there's anybody trying to lure a man, it has nothing to do with short skirts or low cut blouses to get his attention. It's what you got in the oven.
Amen.
Am I right?
We're talking about the actual oven.
right. Yeah, it's all about that oven there, fried chicken and.
Cornbread.
You can cook.
Ooh, good cornbread.
Fred McDivitt said fried chicken, tater salad, and nanner pudding.
Hook, line, and sinker right there.
But as you all know, you've seen those people. You go, how'd them two hook up? It was all about the fried chicken. That's what it's about.
And now, if you can cook fried chicken in a cast iron skillet with Crisco,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. About that much Crisco.
Yes, sir. You got to flip that bird.
Got to flip that bird.
That bird's got to be moving.
You got to right. Yeah. You don't just sink that bird. You got to flip him. Golly.
We want to say thank you.
I'm starving to death. Get out of here. Let's go.
Former Sheriff Todd Kemp, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Greg's back in here. You're going to be at work here in just a little
I'll
while.
be there. We're going to be even rain, sleet, snow, dark of night. We'll be there.
Hey, them fuses still light.
That's right. Oh yeah, well we're in a heated and air conditioned building. Our stuff's gonna be dry. Come see us. Probably be there about 10 o'clock. Be there at about 8 or 9 tonight. Be there every day.
Be pretty. You can pop firecrackers all night.
Gonna be good and wet. You ain't got to worry about setting the neighbor's barn on fire or nothing. So
Nothing
come,
like that.
Come see us.
Odie, I'm going to let you lead us out with a.
We're going to go to Proverbs 1, where it says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and introduction." Woo. That right there.
Amen.
That hits a whole lot, because you start fearing what's going to be the next step in life, and then you don't have the Lord Jesus Christ. That is a scary moment. The fear will lead you to God, and pick up that book and read what He's done for us and what He's got for us. Put Him in your heart, and He'll be with you forever. We hope y'all have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend. Monday's coming. We'll be back. Scotty Ray will be somewhere in a tree behind the bush. Y'all know he's around.
He's watching you.
He's watching you. That's it. Until then, remember, we love you and hope you have a great day.